Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. Anybody that's new, welcome. So today we were going to be doing the Fortnite Battlebus, and if you followed me from the beginning, you all know I like to use Jenga blocks. The ones I will be using today in this project are from Dollarama, the pack of 48. I actually used 199 regular Jenga blocks. You can use the Dollar Tree ones. The only difference will be in size. I've had other crafters do crafts that I've used regular and they use smaller ones and they've had no issues. I will put in the description all the stuff that I did use in this product. You can modify and change it. There's no right or wrong to crafting. You might have a better idea or you want to do something different, and that would be awesome. I just went off of different pictures on Google's of the battle bus, so mine's probably a little bit different than some of the pictures I might have added, or I might have taken something away. Excuse me. At the end of the video, I have a contest for mailing out somebody Jenga blocks. It's a giveaway. So make sure you follow at the end of the video to enter in the contest. It will be up for 1 week when this video is posted, and I will randomly pick a winner at the end of the week. Now, if you want extra pictures, I will have extra pictures on the Facebook Crafty shopper. If you want to hop over to there and check some extra pictures out of the bus, as well as other crafts that I have there. There you can post some pictures and you can actually leave comments and stuff like that as well. And if you ever have any problems, you can actually send me a picture there where you cannot do that on YouTube. Now let's get started, and please make sure that you like and subscribe, and let's get started. All right, so let's get to this. So I used the Jenga blocks from Dollarama. Dollar Tree, I've only been able to find the mini Jengas. Later in the video, I will tell you how to enter the draw to win some mini Jenga blocks from Dollar Tree. So I used just the tumbling towers from Dollarama. And I will tell you near the end how many I used, because I might have to do some touch-ups, but I think I'm pretty much done. I have to do the count. I wrote them all the base. So I've glued some stuff together, so I'm not going on and off the camera all the time to glue pieces together. I've kind of just put them in pieces. So for the base of the Fortnite Battlebus, I have 44 blocks. I have glued them all, 22 on one side, 22 on the other. Now, the sides of the bus, or actually I'm going to do the front of the bus first. The front of the bus, I actually did, this is just like the bottom front of the hood. And I used, I'll call this part the under the hood. I've used 12 Jenga blocks. Now, I'm going to move this over. So when I glue it on, I'm going to glue it on, you can pick either side like this with it aligned to the back. The next part would be the roof. Is this the roof? Yes, this is, or sorry, the hood. And the front hood, I use 6 Jenga blocks, which I'm just going to place here. So I haven't glued everything because I wanted to go step by step, and I want to do all the gluing, like I said, off the camera. This is the windshield part, oops, which is the 4 pieces, which we'll glue as such. The next thing that I wanted to do was the opening of the bus, this will be the door. Kind of figured it out this way. I'm actually going to use for the windows and the door and the windows of the bus in the back. I don't know if I'm going to do the front windshield yet. I haven't decided, but you can buy they're kind of clear. They're a little bit frosty, but you can buy the Dollar Tree cutting boards, which work really well. I thought would be really good for the windows and stuff. So you can see through. Maybe you want to omit this step. Like I always say in all my videos, you can always change it up and put what you like. Change it up. Maybe you have a better idea. This is what I'm going to do. I haven't done it yet. So this is the part of the door of the bus. So I'm putting it like such. And that was 9 pieces that I did for the door. I will take individual pictures, and if you kind of get lost, I will post some on the Crafty Shopper page on my Facebook, the Crafty Shopper page. So the window where the driver will be, sorry, I'm just looking at my paper because I wrote it all down. So the driver's side has 10 blocks. I did as such. And it will go there. I won't be able to show you a side view because nothing's glued on, but I'm just trying to show you how I'm placing everything on this bus. Now my kids really wanted this done, so this is what my challenge has been. So the next step would be, and I just see my camera's turned, sorry about that everybody. The next part would be the sides. Now the sides are a little bit tricky, and I'm just gonna move this out of the way as I show you. Just gotta make sure you glue them the right way. Now this is one side of the bus, and I just did it with windows. I did some markings when I took it off just to glue it. I measured it. I believe they're just over one. With the bigger Jengas, we're just over I say 1.6 centimeters or inches. Sorry, 1.6 inches. So when you glue them, as you can see, it sticks out. Let me turn it this way. You can see it sticks out this way. Make sure those are the ones going on the inside of the bus so you can't see it. And this is like also the side that you'll just be placing the placemat, as the windows have a little bit of frosting. You can paint them too. I think I'm going to do the door when I do put it on there. I'm going to do it black. So you do need to make 2 sides. Now this side was 33 Jenga pieces. Now when you're gluing them, and I'm just going to show you the other one because you got to remember, I didn't do a solid one here. I did 2 just so there was a little bit of a spacing to make the door more distinct, as well as the side of the drivers. So when I glued them together, you can see they are opposite. So the 2 is on one side and the 2's on the other, and they're faced as well on this side. So when you're gluing them, so this, well, let me just move these ones back here. So you have to do the 2 sides, 33, so that's like 66 together for just the sides. I don't know how this got so big. I should have not made it so big, but now I'm not gluing them on screen. I'm just gonna use this to keep it up. And I'm gonna switch this one around for the overlap on the inside. I will, before I do glue them down, I will put the cutting board on. Now for the top part of the bus, I did, sorry, I'm just looking at my notes here because I wrote down on the side. The roof, this one is 30 pieces of Jenga, which will sit like such, right on top. I did a separate piece because as I glue it, I wanted to do a separate piece. So this is the 6 that will be over the passenger and the bus door. Now the back, for whatever reason, I'm just going to show you here, whatever reason, the alignment in the back. So the window, if you ever look at if you look at some pictures, you can also, I referred to a lot of pictures that I found online for the Battlebus for Fortnite. So you can refer to a lot of pictures online. You might want to switch it up. What I did is this one, for some reason, does not want to fit with this bracket in the back of the bus. And it's hard to show you now because I can't really move it. But so what I did, and I have them gluing now, I just used wood cubes. And I'll show you what I'm talking about here. I will show you after, once we come back after everything's glued together. I just used some wood cubes. I also did this for my Jenga block truck that I did. So some spots are a little bit tighter. If you end up using the Dollar Tree ones, you can actually, you can do the same design. Anything that I make, you can use smaller Jengas. The only thing is it's going to be a little bit smaller. So these are the wood cubes that I've used, and they fit a lot smaller. Where's a piece of Jenga? So they were just a little bit smaller that could fit underneath. For whatever alignment reason in the back, it didn't want to fit with this one. So I did it with the, I have them gluing right now for the back, and I will show you that after. So that part will just fit right into the back. So we will still have to add to all the little fun parts on the bus, but this would be the main structure of it. So what I wanted to do, we'll get to the wheels after. Before I actually glue it all together, I'm going to paint it. Reason being is because if you can see on the inside, some of the areas, and it's just a little bit harder when you actually put it together. I just found that I thought it'd be a lot easier if I actually painted it prior before gluing it together, and would come out a little bit better, plus putting the cutting boards as well on the inside as well when I paint it. Now I did get a blue, and I will glue it and I will paint it and put it together, and then we'll move on to the next step. I did find this acrylic paint that I did find at DT, which the bus is blue. So this is the blue I'm going to use. We will touch excuse me, we will touch base with the air balloon that goes over, and obviously there's more detail that's going to go on there, as in the grill for the truck and side mirrors, but we will do that all after. I just wanted to get this part together and get it glued. I will paint it. So once I get it painted and all glued together, I will show you, and I'll be able to move this whole bus around and be able to show you a little bit better, and then we can move on to the next step. Okay, before I glued it together, I said I was going to glue it together and come back, but what I wanted to do is actually show you what I did with the placemat. So I did cut the pieces off. I glued them on the opposite side where the lip is hanging over on the inside that you won't notice. I glued the pieces on, and I just used some Dollar Tree black paint on there, so it just gave you a dark finish, as you can see on the windows. So I did both sides of the battle bus. I also did the driver's side, I should say. And I did the exact same thing, piece of the cutting board, just with some paint, except because it was black on the blue. I thought the blue turned out really nice. This one's called, I can't even see if there's a color name on it. There's a couple of different blue ones, and I don't see any name on it, so I really can't tell you unless I'm looking. If anybody knows where to find the name on it, I'd be happy to share. But anyways, there's different colors ones. For the actual door where you come into the bus, I actually put the plastic on, but I did not color it just because it gives it a frosted look, and it just looked a lot better, I thought, than if I just put the black on. But that was just my thing. I am going to do the windshield of the bus. I'm going to put the plastic on there, and I'm actually going to do it black. So I haven't got to that part yet, but I will do the black right on there. And I'm going to do the back of the bus as well. I am going to do the black on the bottom little window and the top window as well. So let me get this glued together. We'll come back, and then I will glue it together, and then we will put on the wheels, and then we'll start doing the other parts of the bus. Okay, everybody, so I've tipped it over, and now we're gonna do the wheels. I actually got this quad at Dollarama. You can check a thrift store for whatever your wheels you want. I found the wheels that they could have been a little bit bigger, but I was okay with them. So I did take them off this little quad. I'm just going to show you here. They were gray on the inside, and I actually painted them yellow. If you look up a picture online of the battle bus, you'll see that they're yellow inside. So I just used some DT paint, and then I just actually painted over with Mod Podge to give them a little bit of a shiny look. So when I pulled them off, this is how it looks. I use the same technique on my Jenga truck. Don't look at my nail. My nail has popped off somewhere in a grocery store today. I don't know how it happened. Anyway, so I'll show you. So this is what I wanted to do. I used a wood dowel. I'm just going to show you here. One of the long wood dowels. And it's still drying, but I just did one offline. I took the metal part here, as you can see, and it just sits like that. And I duct taped well, I think it's actually electrical tape, duct tape on it with the metal part. And then I glued it with some, the glue I've been using for the whole video is actually well bonded. Actually can get it at Rona or you can get it at Lowe's. Dries pretty quick and it dries clear. And I did a test one time on the Jenga blocks with well bond and oh, what's this one called? I keep forgetting. E6000. And I couldn't really break. It took me a really hard time to break the piece apart with the well bond. The E6000 broke a little bit easier, so I've just stuck with this and I really like working. I find it a lot better than the metal tube that the E6000 comes in. So that's what I've been using throughout the process for the bus. So I did want to show you a little gadget I just got and I really love it. So you will place it on, and I'm just gonna have to move this, thing is really big. Just before the door and the driver's side and the door, you're gonna wanna glue them on. And it does lie flat and flush. There is an actual little piece, as you can see here, that it sits on, and I used that with the Jenga truck and I never had an issue. But I just put the extra support for stability and it works really well. So I'm just gonna show you here. I bought this little machine, and especially if you do a lot of crafts, I find it really works well. It's called a mini Jenga saw, or a mini cutoff saw. I did get it on Amazon, but I bought it on the Amazon Canadian site because I am in Canada. So I'm sure you can get it. I think I paid 50 bucks for it. You probably can get it cheaper on the Amazon.com. This was just the, you know, the little box, and I'll just show you. I did cut another dowel so I can do on the other side. I just find that it works really well. It has an adjustment. You can't do really big pieces, but I always find with those small pieces, because I used to have my little handy dandy saw from Dollar Tree, and it broke on me, and I was pretty upset because I really liked using it, but I found this one a little bit better, and it does cut Jenga blocks really well. So I'm just gonna do that. I'm a little bit off. There we go. Super easy to use. I'm just trying to make sure this is in the camera. And like such. So I have my other piece. I will do it offline, and then I'm going to leave the wheels. I'm actually going to use the wheels. I'm going to use well bond on one side. I'm going to use hot glue on the other side just to set, to make sure that it sets good and it dries really good, so there's no issues for them. I will show you something else. So I did the one side of the bus already. Now let me show you here. It's really hard to fit this all in a big video. In the end, I'm gonna have to change the view of it. So you want to do the 3 stripes on the truck, or on the bus, sorry. So there's different ways you can do it. I just had this roll of chalkboard. I don't know, I bought it, and it sticks to the walls supposedly. I didn't find it stuck really well to the Jenga blocks with the paint. I'm not sure why. So I did use some glue. I just actually eyed it. They actually have a board in the back that you can see, and I just cut along. I did smaller than a square, depending how thick you actually want to put your stripes on. So I just used that. If you might want to draw it on or paint it on, I'm not really good at drawing, so or painting anyways. And I did try when I did the Jenga block barn that the paint was bleeding, and it was little lines even when I put the tape down, painting tape. So I just thought this was a lot better. I just cut them in little strips like this. I did the one side already, so I will do the other side. I'm stopping at the door at the driver's side, and I also will be stopping at the other door. I got all this dust on it. But I will do the other side, and I will glue the wheels on. We will come back, and then we will do the next step. Okay, I just wanted to show you what it looks like. I did put the stripes on both sides, as well as the wheels now are fully dry. I think it looks really good. I'm actually just going to switch it around. I'm going to show you the front, what we're going to do for the Battlebus sign. Let me just switch it over. All right, now that I switched to the front of the bus, I don't mind the mess in the background. So I did exactly what I did with the side windows and the rear view. So I just took another piece of the clear cutting board from Dollar Tree, and I'm actually just gonna glue it right in there like that. And then I'm just gonna show you here once I glue it in. Oh, it's sitting in on an angle. I did take some DT craft sticks. I painted them blue. I did a lighter color blue, which I'm going to use for the the air balloon on top. I will show you that after. I painted them blue, and I just used some stickers. I'm not sure what dollar store from stickers to spell out Battlebus. And this is what it turned out. Let me just see if I can show you a little bit better. And I'm going to end up putting it right up here on the front and the back. Now for the red and the yellow little beads, I did take just some pearls from Dollar Tree. They're the half pearl stickers, and I use the acrylic paint, the red and the yellow, but I didn't like, they were a little bit chalky. Maybe I just wasn't happy with the look. I did have some spray paint on hand for the yellow and red, and then I just did Mod Podge over it to make sure that the letters sealed properly. Gave a nice little shine for that. So I will do those off camera. I will glue those on. Now for the front, I'm still working on that. I'm trying to follow off some pictures from the internet, which I don't play the game, so I don't even understand what half these pieces are for the Battlebus, which is, I don't know how I got convinced doing this craft. My kids. So I did take a piece of tin plate from Dollar Tree. I just cut out the corner on it. I'm actually just going to glue it right on here like this. And then I have a piece of just a wood block that I painted black, which is going to go over top like such. And then there's going to be some other crazy stuff that gets attached. I don't really know what those pieces are. I'm still looking through my stuff, what I'm going to do, but I'm going to glue those ones on too. And then I'm going to come back and show you that part and up to the balloon. The back, I'm just going to stick, like I said, I just did two of these. I got one for the front, one for the back. And then we will get onto the top of the bus. Okay, I just wanted to show you that I actually put the windshield on. I put the windshield on, and then I put the Battlebus craft stick up. Now, I put two just glass vase fillers. You can get them DT in a little bag. So I'm just going to use those for headlights on this side. So this little block I told you I was going to put on here. Now, I don't know what to call it. There's a picture that I see in that Fortnite posted the bus, so I don't know what it's called, but it almost looks like there's some kind of funnel or some sort on the front of it. I wish I knew the name. Don't know what it is. So I just took, and I'm trying to find it's actually just a funnel, little craft funnel that you can get at DT, and I was able to cut it down into half. And what I want to do is I'm going to attach it here. It is white with a bit of gray on it, but underneath it looked like it had a little ledge. So I have this little craft. It was a fighter plane. I always buy these ones. I don't know if you ever see them at DT. They have a different one, race cars, planes, birdhouse. They always have good little pieces of wood that I find that I can use for different crafts. The ones I had was the wheel, so that I used on it. I just cut the stick down a bit. So there's some kind of little wheel under this funnel as well. And I believe it's white. I got to look at the picture again, but I just wanted to show you. So it does stick out a little bit on the side, and attach the funnel as well on here. It's really hard to see. Sorry, guys. A little funnel on here, which is white. And then I took a half of a little wheel, and I actually just cut it less than half. And that's actually, I'm just going to show you sideways. This little funnel supposedly sits on there like, oops, like that. I'm just trying to show you there. And then with the little circle under thing. I will show you, and I will go through with better at the end when I do it. So I'm going to do those. I'm going to paint those, and then I'm going to glue them on. Excuse me. Once those are on, Oops, sorry. Once those are on and these are sitting on there, I wish I knew the name for them. My kids don't know. I found a drinking bottle it was a bottle from a dollar store. What I wanted was the straw, the accordion kind of straw, because I'm sure if you're watching this video or if you looked anything up, you can actually, there's a yellow piping that actually goes from the front of the bus, and I guess it's right over the funnel, and it goes on to top. We haven't got to the top part yet, but I will just paint it yellow. You could use a pipe cleaner, you can use rope even, but you just got to make sure that it doesn't, it has a little bit of a hardness to it that it needs to stick up. But let me get this painted and we will come back and do the next step. Okay, so now we're going to do the side of the bus. Now there's some, once again, I don't know what they're called. There's some kind of attachments that actually attach to the hot air balloon. So there's different things you can do. I was going to use these. I only had 3 on hand and I wasn't going to run back to the store. These are from Dollar Tree. They're just the wooden sticks. You can use smaller ones. I just wanted to use one piece. You can follow from like different pictures or anything you have. So I had these, I don't know if they're garden stakes. They had pointy ends. I ended up using my machine and I end up cutting them shorter to put the exact side on the bus. I will show you once they're all done, and I'll show you the all finished product after. So I needed to put some kind of, I guess, circular thing on the side. So I found this checkers board that had a bunch of circular things and was good for 2 parts of the project. I did put them upside down. The only reason being is that with the other way, they didn't sit flush against the stick. I did glue this one on already just to show you. Then I have to do them silver. Once I did them silver, there is little writing inside here that you could see, so I didn't like it. Thought I'd give it a little bit more of a texture. I did add some buttons, which are from Dollar Tree. You need 4 of these, by the way. So I still have to do those ones. I am going to paint them, spray paint them again. I just used metallic silver. You could use paint as well. I have to do over these because once they painted, you could see all the little writing where they were made or stuff like that inside. That will go on the side of the bus and you need 4 of them. So, oops. So I used those while we're doing it. For the top part of the bus, you need some kind of mechanical, I don't even know. I wish I knew what these names were. I don't play the game. I don't even think they would say in the game would. But I'm telling you, if you know kids that play Fortnite, I'm sure they probably know. They know exactly what the bus looks like because that's how the whole game starts off with. So I spray painted this. These are just the Hot Wheels tracks. I did cut them down to just the back of the bus where all the seats are, which will sit up top. On the top, there is a little box that kind of looks like a mechanical box where on top, and I'm just gonna look here. So I opted for using the dice as well from Dollar Tree. They're just foam dice. What I did was I painted it black and like such. So in the Domino set came the little black checkers, sorry. Oh, did I say dominoes? Yeah, checkers. So once again, I wanted to put a V in there because I guess it maybe stands for V-Bucks, I'm assuming. So what I did was, once again, I didn't like the inside and I didn't want to glue it as well like this because even if I put the V on, you could still see the little crown on it. I just took some foam and I just circled, put it there, traced it, cut it out, and then I trimmed it a little bit smaller so it just fit perfectly inside, as you could see. And then I just put the stickers. So this will sit on top of the bus, on top of this mechanism. So that would be on top of the bus. So I'm going to get these ones on. I'm going to finish the sides. And then we're going to show you the mechanisms that will connect this silver part to these part on the side, which I'm gonna work on next. So this will be sitting on the bus and it will come down on the side, but you still have room on the side of the bus. And I'll show you. You know what? I'll just pull it over here and show you. I just gotta be careful with it. Okay, let me show you the top while it's up top. I'm gonna show you a good view of it after when it's done. So let me move it right here on the camera. So on the top, it's gonna sit on here. I'm hoping you can see because this is, my camera can't go any higher. It will sit here and the little V-Bucks thing is gonna sit where both of them are on either side. And then you're gonna put a tea light because that's what, you could use a light. I was gonna use a chandelier light, but I opted out for it that you could put on top as well, stick it in, but I just opted with the tea light. I'm gonna put some like kind of stuffing on it, but I haven't decided if I'm gonna do that yet because you still have to build another mechanism around this. But what I was trying to say is where these little guys sit on the side, I'm gonna have to figure out what I'm gonna build. I think I'm gonna just use some foam to attach it on the 4 attachments. And then I'm just gonna show you on the side. Just don't want to. Oops. And from the picture that I looked, there's different kinds of pictures you can find online. Maybe you like something that works a little bit better. So it would be attached like this when it's all painted silver. But I will show you the finish, obviously, when we get to that part. But let me get these on and then we're gonna still finish up on the top and the hot air balloon as well. Okay, I just wanted to show you, so I did put the block on and the little funnel with the little steering wheel. I did paint the straw in the yellow, the piping, which will eventually be attached to this part as well as on top. I will do that last so I know where the placement is on top. I just wanted to move this one sideways. Excuse me. Now you can't see, so I did take the racetrack from Dollar Tree, and I'm just trying to find one here that has the connector on it, and I can't find them. So the connectors do come with these little blue clips. So I did paint it. I just painted on the top, which will sit right on top. That's the mechanisms that I'm gonna make for this. All depends. It will go on top, and I will show you maybe here. And the little clips will be on either side. I will go through the whole ending and just showing you on different angles and everything. It's kind of hard to show you. So when these clips do go on top and they go on either side, I'm just gonna move my camera up. You will see that the clips will be on the other side, but I wanna match them up with, I guess, these supports that I guess is on this side of the bus. So I am gonna do them left. In some of the pictures they're left and some of the pictures are right. Some have 2 separate pieces. I think it just depends on what pictures you're looking at. I just did the one piece and I showed you how to do this already. I am gonna glue them, one here and one there as well. I found these little, it's not the shape as a octagon. I believe it's the octagon. I'm not sure what shape this is called because I think the octagon has a more shape like the stop sign. I got these ones at Dollarama. You can make your own. You can cut it out maybe from foam, some of the fun foam that I've used. So this was the little logo, and I'll try to show you. Let's see, here's a better view. I don't know what kind of logo that is, but I've just copied off one of the pictures. Some of the pictures all had that on the side of the bus, which I will put it under the driver's door with those other angles going. Okay, so if you're gonna do the top like I did, I already showed you what to do with the little big foam dice. So I've taken some wood dowels and I cut them down using my little mini saw. And I plugged them into, they were just fasteners actually for a license plate, these little square things. So they were easy enough. These are stir sticks just on top, and I'm just gonna show you, I'm just gonna put them on the sides. They were easy enough just to plug in. So I will glue these down inside the white part, and then the white part will be glued down. I am going to spray paint this silver, all the stir sticks, and I'm putting some little Jenga blocks just to add some more, I guess, effect to it. Some of the pictures, I'm going off a couple different pictures and finding what's easy enough to work with. So I will be doing these, and I just gotta make sure they're straight. You can just glue the, I guess you could glue the dowels right on, but I think they would need a little bit of support because they do have to hold the so-called balloon. So I will put those together, and I'm just going to put them on the corners like that, and I'm just going to make it simple enough and attach them like I just showed you all the way around, so there's a square. Once I do that, I'm going to spray paint it all silver. Then, and the stir sticks and the dowels are from DT. I'm just going to move this over. I'm just going to show you. So there's a satellite that sticks out of the foam dice, and this is actually just the bottom of champagne glass, wine glass that you get from DT, just the bottom part. I actually just stuck a little piece of dowel, little piece of wood dowel that comes in this airplane. Like I said, these little bags of little pieces of wood are pretty awesome for little projects that you do. And I just stuck a bead on top and glued them on. I'm gonna use this. It's just a wired, because I want it bendable. It's just a wire with jute rope on it, because I want to stick this into the foam. I'll show you here. Take this. So I want to make a hole and stick this in. I will probably cut it shorter. And I'm gonna spray paint this all metallic silver like a satellite dish. Let me just show you here. I'm going to glue that in. It's in pretty good. And then it's just going to come out like such, but obviously shorter on the side of the foam. So let me get these all painted. I'm actually going to show you the balloon that we're going to attach, and we will do that in the next part once I put all this together and paint everything. What we will do, I'll show you. Now, I have a used one. You probably all have seen the wasp nests that everybody gets in the summertime because you have a problem with the wasp in your yard. I don't know if you can see inside. This was from another project, and I'm going to be repurposing it because I did change my mind. I didn't end up making two. It has a little bit of crack in it, and I'll just put some tape over it when I paint it. So this is painted already. So this is just a wasp nest, like I said. And I just thought it's more of a realistic balloon look. I did try using a regular balloon and I didn't like it. So I'm gonna use this one. I am gonna use a lighter blue that is also from Dollar Tree. And I'm just gonna make scallops that go around, which eventually, sorry, got so much stuff here on the desk, is going to be hooked up, I believe, from the little top silver buckles from the top. But I just wanted to show you that. So I will paint all this stuff because then I'm going to let it dry, and then I'm going to come back and I'm going to show you how to attach to the balloon. On the foam piece here, we do have the little cup or the little tea light, but I am not going to glue it because you have to turn it on. If you want to turn it on, you're going to have to take it off. So gluing it down won't be an option. So let me get these painted, come back, and then I'll show you how we're going to attach the balloon to the rest of the Battlebus. Okay, so I wanted to show you the end. So I did attach sorry, I'm holding it because otherwise I'm going to be really far back. I did attach the long wood dowels. I just used some hot glue. I actually used Gorilla Hot Glue and attached it to the balloon as well. And I just put a piece of foam that I used for the sign down here, and I just made it like it was a strap on top, as you can see here. I found it a little bit difficult to paint because of just the way the texture of the wasp nest was, but it did turn out fine as long as you can take patience and time to do it, and you can just keep going over it. I found it worked really well. I did hang it from the ceiling. As you can see, there's a piece of string on top. I did hang it on the ceiling as I was trying to glue it onto the truck. Excuse me. And here's just a little tea light that I just put in there. You can use a light bulb. I mean, you could just use a fake one and paint it as well as I showed you earlier. Just attach these, glue them on as well. The satellite dish. There's many different ways. If you look at different pictures of the Battlebus online and you Google it, there are so many different options you could do. I didn't show this part here that I put on the strappings on the side, or just actually what I used. Excuse me. They're just actually the black cardboard striping that I used here, and I just painted them yellow, and I did that on both sides of the Battlebus, the little sign. I'm just going to show you. I'm going to go around. It's just easier for me to hold it on the angle. Sorry for the mess in the back, everybody. And just as well for the same side. Just put the little block on top. It didn't bend as well as I wanted it to bend here to go down, but still worked out fine. And I will move around to the back. My son thought it was pretty cool. My daughter as well. So the Jenga block giveaway that I am doing, please make sure that you are subscribed, you like this video, and comment underneath the video. I will be picking a winner in a week from the video is posted online, and I will contact you via YouTube, and we will figure out a way that we can contact that I can get your address to mail them out for you. I'm just going to do a random number generator and count down in the comments, and I will mail them out, no cost to you at all. I hope everybody has a great weekend, and we'll see you soon. Bye.